first of all, who's ever procrastinated before? Who's procrastinated recently? Okay, it's pretty common then. Like we all procrastinate, and either we can give in to it, or we can decide to say, you know what, I have to interrupt this pattern, because if you interrupt this pattern in one area, then it'll serve you in so many other areas. It really helped me because there's so many things I have to procrastinate on, and so I know even now how I can continually disrupt that strategy. Um, because here's the thing with procrastination, procrastination is delaying who you're becoming. Procrastination is delaying what it is you want to create, and it typically happens because of fear. Underlying that is fear. And people walk around saying, I don't have time, I don't have time, there's too much to do, too much to do, and that becomes a story. It's not that you don't have time, it's simply that it's what you're doing with your time. And the moment you say, I don't have time, you shut off any possibility of time. Even if it's around you, because your 128 bits is then only going to show you all evidence that you don't have time, right? So you always want to have time, you want to have a better meaning. I always say to myself, and I have affirmations that say, time comes through me, that I create time. These sort of things are better to say. So, because time, when you have a good heart and you have a good purpose and you have a good reason why you're doing what you're doing, then procrastinating or saying these kind of things about time is having other people missing out on you. If I delayed doing what I do, I can tell you there are some people whose lives could have been lost. I will go to the extent of saying that. I will say to you, there's some people whose relationships could have dissolved. There's some people who could have been very unhealthy as well. So you got to ask yourself, like, who is not getting to experience you and what service you want to bring, right? So that's important that we understand procrastination is delaying other people. Remember OPC? Other people missing out on you. There are people who are dying to see this higher, truer version of you, the highest expression of you. And they're missing out as you procrastinate because you're trying to get things perfect and all that. There's always someone there. I know, like, there are people, I've had people come to my trainings. Could you believe it? I've had people come to my trainings who've said, I have been wanting to do NLP for 10 years. Yep. Oh, Martina pointed out. There you go. 10 years. And I said, well, what prevented you? I just used my meta model. What's prevented you? She said, I haven't found the right person. I'm like, what? For 10 years? She goes, no. I said, well, what makes you think I might be the right person? She goes, I've checked out your website and I 100% connected with you before even getting on the phone with you. So what I'm saying is, had I not decided that this is what I'm going to do and I'll do more of it, then that one person could have got another 10 years. That's the point I'm making. There's someone waiting for you, someone at the right frequency. Do whatever that business you're in, okay? And the other reason that people procrastinate is that people are scared of rejection. That they feel that they're not going to be, get what they want. They want to be rejected. And I can tell you, for many people, rejection is critical for their spiritual growth. Because until they get rejected, they don't experience certain things within themselves. So they're avoiding a very important part of the spiritual development. Who would want to agree with that right now? Yeah? That rejection can be very powerful for you to realize and connect with parts of you that you're keeping safe.